Hi, hello, welcome to Membarda. I thought it's been a while since I showed my face and talked to the audience, so I thought I'd make a quick video about something that seems to bother a lot of people: negative thoughts, right? When you start doing something, there is a little voice that comes in your head and says, "Oh, you're going to really flop at this. This presentation you're doing is not going to work out. They're going to hate it. Your child is not going to like the food that you're cooking," and whatnot. All sorts of negative thoughts. That's what crosses your mind whenever you start doing something. And believe me, that is extremely common. It probably is a norm. It happens to almost everyone. Some people have asked me what they can do about these negative thoughts. Now, there are different things you can do with negative thoughts. I will cover a lot of other techniques in upcoming videos as well. But here's one thing that you can definitely pursue as soon as possible. Some people try very hard to not let these negative thoughts get to them. So when they sit down and let's say they're trying to reflect on how the day went, or they are even trying to meditate, the first thing they want to try and do is stop these thoughts. Now, if I told you, drink a glass of water, but don't think about the pink monkey, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? It is a pink monkey, right? That's how negative thoughts are. The more you say, don't come, the more they're going to come. There is a biological reason why we have negative thoughts. Now, that's going back in time when we were cavemen, when we had the fight or flight situation where if you came across a huge animal, you will have to make a decision whether you're going to fight it or you're going to run away from there. So, fear and a bit of negativity, anxiety helped us back then. But what is important is how you perceive those thoughts. So, negative thoughts to some degree help us be prepared. If the presentation is not going to go well and that thought has crossed your mind, then you need to see what to take away from the negative thought and transform that into something more positive. It definitely is easier said than done. Now, there are two things that you could do. One is when those thoughts come, just don't try to stop it, because like I said about the pink monkey, you're probably still thinking about the pink monkey. It's not going to stop the minute you say it has to stop. So instead, try and understand why you're getting those thoughts. Okay, I think the presentation will be a flop. Why do I think the presentation will be a flop? What is it that I can do in order for the presentation to be a hit, a super duper hit? What is it that I need to do to deliver the message correctly so that it reaches them? What if it is the cooking, everyday thing that you're doing, then what can you do extraordinary to make sure that they love the dish that you're cooking? So flip the negative into, okay, why do I feel that way and how can I address that? The moment you start focusing on how to address that, you start steering towards positivity, because that is solution focused rather than problem focused. The more you focus on the problem, the more bigger the problem is going to get. It's like a beast. You keep feeding it and it's going to just grow and grow and grow. Instead, you flip your attention to the solution, then you get more creative as well. Some others are at a phase where they want to improve themselves. And when they try to reflect on the day, as I said, writing the journal, at the time they're flooded with a lot of negative thoughts. And they find it quite difficult to have a positive reflection at the end of the day. It's the same thing that I would advise you to do. Just don't try to stop it. Let the thoughts come. Now, have a barrier. Some thoughts, for example, if someone is saying that you're too fat, and that's what you're thinking about, someone's body shamed you, and that's a thought that is running in your mind, ask yourself, is this going to help me get better? Is this going to help me in my self-improvement journey? If the answer is no, then just move on to the next thought. The farther you go from this negative thought, imagine you're going farther from a tree, when you're closer to the tree look big, and you keep going farther away from it, it looks smaller and smaller and smaller. Just like that, when you go past a negative thought, you've just brushed it, you've considered it, okay, I hear you, and you're not going to be helpful. I'm not going to pay more attention to you because I have other things to pay attention to. So it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So two things you can take away from this video is, if you have negative thoughts coming in, you can probe them, think about why you're getting those thoughts and what you can do to flip it into a positive thought. And some negative thoughts are not just worth pursuing. So in that case, acknowledge them. If you keep ignoring them, they're going to build and build and build, and they'll keep coming back. So you need to have a closure. Acknowledge that those thoughts have occurred. Say, you're not helpful, I'm going to move on. Then move on to the next thought. So that way you build more positivity instead of dwelling on your negative thoughts. I hope this was helpful. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you like this video, please like and share. I'll see you in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.